I'm a video artist. I've been making videos now for about the good half of 30 years or so, and also work a lot with photography, and it's very nice to be here invited at the Akbank, which is the way it would be pronounced, with an exhibition of photographs and videos. And it's something that I've been looking forward to because I've spent a lot of time in Istanbul. I was invited on the Cultural Academy in Tarabya, which is this space, German-run space, and where they invite artists to spend some time here in Istanbul. And, you know, it's been a very pleasurable experience, and I'm very glad to be back. Well, on the ground floor, there is this work called The Slave Ship, which is a video that I made in 2015 for an exhibition in Hamburg. And it's a kind of a trompe l'oeil, you know, you think that there is a kind of a large window through a wall, and then what you discover is that there is a kind of a projection with a mirror. And it's sort of vaguely based on a painting by Turner called The Slave Ship, and it's a reflection on the legacy of slave ships, the legacy of slavery, and the movement of goods, and it's a kind of video which maybe suggests that that the ghosts of the dead slaves are coming back to haunt Europe, the coasts of Europe. But it's a meditation, really. It's a meditation on the sea, on that space which is not the land, so I guess an aesthetic experience, because of the way it's constructed, is that there is a semicircular image which is then projected with a large mirror on the floor, creating a full circle, and that gives the viewer a kind of optical illusion, and that's what it is. I mean, there is this idea of working with reflections, with spaces of illusion, and upstairs there is a piece called Atlas Fractured, which I made for Documenta 14. It's a place. It's a piece that's more about, I guess, the fact that you can't really equate physiognomy of people with the geography of where they come from. So the idea of calling the exhibition Faces and Places is actually this idea that you cannot really correlate the two. It doesn't mean if somebody has a certain face that they are from a certain place. And each individual is really invested with kind of individual cultural references which might be of the place where they're born, or it might not be, and we could never really tell. And so the kind of influence of the kind of way cultures influence individual identities, in a way, is one of the themes of that video. And really part of that installation, even though it's divided into two sections, is the collection of photographs, which are the stills taken from the video. But they're not simply video stills, you know, they're kind of presented as if they're a new kind of royalty, you know, a new kind of character, which doesn't really exist, but it's a kind of a hybrid characters that are not this or that, but they're kind of mixtures from unpredictable places. And I think this idea of these undefined characters, these characters which don't really belong anywhere, is a kind of, I think, something that's more and more the identity of most people as traveling and moving around and migrating become the norm.